GSSI's tutorial on the Troop Leader Blueprint. We need a resource with specially adapted badges, journeys, and activities for virtual and safe in-person meetings. Whether you are looking for new ideas for this winter and spring, or starting to plan next year's agenda with your girls, this resource is a great starting point. To access the Troop Leader Blueprint from the GSSI website, click on the Volunteer tab. Once that tab loads, you will see the option on the left-hand side of your screen to select the Troop Leader Blueprint. Once the blueprint has loaded, you will notice that there are a few different options to utilize this page. The first way that this resource will be helpful for you is by selecting curriculum for your specific level. We will dig deeper to that in a minute. There are also additional tools that will help you on this page as well. The first tab gives you information on GSSI's support and training that we have had throughout the years. There is a drop-down volunteer guides for policies and standards, New Leaders Guide to Success with basic information, camp and outdoor information, and travel guidelines, as well as all of the recordings that we have done this year. We will continue to add new information and let everyone know through the newsletters when information has been posted. The videos that you see at the top are longer and more in-depth. The ones at the bottom are short tips and tricks videos that are approximately 2 to 5 minutes depending on the topic. Under meeting planning tools, you see information that will help you with virtual meetings and icebreakers if anyone still needs some additional help with that, or if you haven't done virtual yet and are considering doing that with your girls. Under planning activities, some additional advice for adapting badges, and then the Award and Badge Explorer that will show you everything that is available for your girl at their program level. Ways that will help you connect with families during this difficult time, and our council guidelines for the COVID pandemic. The main portion that this tutorial is going to cover is the grade level program curriculum. As you can see, curriculum is available for every level, including multi-level, and I'm going to highlight a lot of the information through the DAISY level. Once your level loads, you will see all of the badges, journeys, and additional award activities that are available through the blueprint. For a full list of curriculum available, you can access the volunteer toolkit here, and again, check out information on the Award and Badge Explorer. When you select a meeting that you would like to cover with your girls, you can click the drop down to look at the additional resources that are presented. A lot of the drop downs do include some video demonstrations that will be helpful to you, as well as a link where you can access the volunteer toolkit for curriculum plans. The very top will always give you a quick summary of the badge, journey, or award that you will be completing with your girls. Again, most do include a video demonstration that you can watch here. There may be guest speakers that were pre-recorded that you can access as well. Additional recommendations for how to lead your meeting, which is information that was included in the other resources I highlighted previously. Always this link to the digital icebreakers and games, to a lot of great ideas for you. And then virtual meeting agenda. This is going to be most important to help you facilitate your meeting if you are doing it virtually, or if you want a safe in-person option for your girls and want to make sure that the activities are going to be safe. When this loads, you will notice that it will highlight the badge that you have selected or the other journey or activity, and it will give you information on how to adapt the volunteer toolkit agenda. So it's going to tell you what you have selected, and then it's going to give you a sample of the meetings. So the badges in the volunteer toolkit are all 2 separate meetings to shorten the meetings into 4 45-minute sessions. GSUSA has broken it up even smaller because they understand that the virtual meetings can be difficult for the girls to attend that long. There is definitely virtual and Zoom fatigue everyone is experiencing. So what they have done, they have created a suggested outline for completing all of the steps that are on the virtual toolkit, but stretching it out throughout meetings so that they are slightly shorter with your virtual meetings, and also so you are incorporating a special social activity. So you have your welcome, program activity, social activity, and closing. And everything listed here, as I mentioned, is in the volunteer toolkit. From the Troop Leader Blueprint, you can actually sign into the volunteer toolkit so that you can immediately look at how the chart is working with the information that has planned. So I'm going to log in the toolkit to show you what this looks like. And then we will search for the curriculum that we selected in the toolkit so that we can add it to the meeting plan, and then understand how to pair the volunteer toolkit resources with these resources from the blueprint. So the badge that we have selected is the Good Neighbor Meeting. Here is our login. Your login will be the email that you use for all Girl Scout information. You can reset your password from the screen if you are not sure what it is. And then once you are logged into the toolkit, it will pull up your meeting plan for the year. And that is where we are going to go find this new meeting plan so that we can utilize the virtual suggestions. Thank you for the patience while the internet is working a little slow at the moment. This should be the last tab that we'll have to log into. Okay, and for some reason it took me to, there we go, we are on our homepage. Okay, it pulled up the volunteer toolkit. So I'm on the year plan. I'm going to scroll down and select Add Badge and Journey. And then I'm going to search for the Good Neighbor. You can go ahead and type in your badge title at the top. And search, and anything similar will come up, or you can add filters. I'm going to go ahead and narrow it down to Daisy. As you can see, for your filters, you can select any level you want to work with. It is a badge, so I'm going to click the badges. And then it will narrow it down a little bit more so you can specify your category. As you see, 2 of the new options on the volunteer toolkit do give you the option to choose in-person safe meeting or virtual. I'm not going to select anything at the moment. I'm just going to go ahead and view list, and it should pop right up since I typed in the badge name and the level that we're looking for. Okay. So there it is. It actually shows that I have it in my year plan already. And as you're going to see, there are the 2 meetings, just like I mentioned. There is an image right here similar to the Wi-Fi symbol that's telling you there are suggestions for a virtual meeting. So if you are not using the blueprint and you just want to explore the volunteer toolkit, this is a great way to know. there are some options that will be helpful for virtual meetings. So we've already added that to your plan. I'm going to go ahead and X out. And I'm going to scroll down and find those meetings. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and click the second one because that was the one that had the image of the Wi-Fi, telling us that there is a virtual option. And you will see when this loads which portion of the meeting has a special virtual option. Okay, so I'm going to scroll all the way down past all the resources and go to the agenda. Step number 4 is the one that has the virtual option. You can click on it, get the descriptions of what that looks like, and select the one that's going to work best for your meeting. So as you can see, when we go back to the chart we pulled from the blueprints, each step here, opening ceremony, draw your neighborhood, show how to be a good citizen, closing ceremony, those are all going to be steps of the activities that are listed here in the toolkit. And as you click on it, it will explain to you the steps that you'll need for that specific activity. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this chart, something to highlight for you. You'll notice here that there are 4 opening ceremonies that are listed. Since there are only 2 meetings in the toolkit, there will not be specific instructions for all 4 opening ceremonies. But if you are trying to create your own opening ceremony, if you're dividing it into 4 meetings like it is presented here, a great recommendation is just highlighting what the girls completed during their most recent meeting as a recap and to help with reflection, and then to go into new information on what they're going to cover during the meeting today. Another option, if you are looking at the opening ceremony information on the volunteer toolkit, the opening ceremonies tend to have multiple reflection questions that you can start discussing with the girls. If you are shortening your meetings, you may not have time to get through all those questions, so you could also always split them in half and save some of them for an upcoming meeting. Okay, so we're going to go back to our blueprint page. So again, I was on the virtual meeting that gave us the chart, and then to see what the actual steps are, you can click for the volunteer toolkit there. There's also information on journeys. So you find one that's listed as a journey, it will give you the summary. There are take action guides for the different levels, which are very helpful. And again, the meeting suggestions. So the meeting agenda is always what you want to come and look at. That's going to be the most helpful for you. And some additional awards are included as well. So World Thinking Day Award, which is February 22nd, is on here. And then information on the National Service Project is also available at every program level. It will take you to the link for the national website, so you can see all the list of the National Service Projects and decide how your girls would like to participate. At any time, you can go back to the side, change your level. There is some information I would like to point out for the older girls, the cadets, seniors, and ambassadors. When you pull up their information, you will have resources for the highest awards. For the cadets, it's under Girl Scouts Achieve the World. It highlights how to review the Silver Awards, start thinking about ideas for that. For seniors and ambassadors, it will say Go Gold, give you information on the on the Gold Award. And then another option that's on here for the older girls is the G Team TV. This is designed, written, recorded, produced, and edited by the G Team, GSUSA's high school leadership team. And there is a whole playlist on YouTube of the 10 episodes that were recorded that you can go back and view with your girls. And then if you want to actually schedule this around a meeting, there's a virtual meeting agenda that gives you some ideas on how to incorporate it. I am going to click back on this agenda again because you'll notice that some of the social ideas are not specifically tied to the volunteer toolkit. So for the younger levels, some of the social ideas specifically stated that you could do musical chairs, there was an animal dance party. These are ideas that are listed on the icebreaker page that I showed you previously through the blueprint. But it can really be anything that you want to set up here and design with your girls. So again, for the social activity here, it says celebrity dress up and red carpet party. Again, you can facilitate that any way you want. So if there's something that you see here that is not listed in the volunteer toolkit, that means that it is some sort of game or social activity that either has pretty simple follow instructions like charades, or you can do what you want to make it your own. I will also highlight while we are looking at the older girls, if you do click on ambassadors, there is information on how the girls can bridge to adults, and then resources when they are ready to bridge. So there's Go Gold that I mentioned right there, information on the Gold Award. Again, thank you for your patience with the internet at the moment. There we go. Okay, so variety of information that surpasses the basic guidelines. And then here's the information on bridging to adults, the specific award and the ceremony ideas. And then information after ambassadors. So once your girls become an adult Girl Scout, different ways that they can get involved, and a variety of resources that will be helpful for them as they either continue with higher education or dive into the workforce. The last section that I want to look at is the multi-level troop option. The first 3 badges that are listed here under multi-level troops actually provide a chart where it lists the requirements for 1 level and then how you can pull these together. So these are all for Daisy Brownie Jr. I'm going to expand this here and pull up the chart. So it says how a multi-level troop could approach the Girl Scout way. That's similar to the PDFs we've been looking at for the single levels. And it's going to tell you the requirements for the badge for each level, and then a summary of how you can include everything together. So 1 second while this loads. Okay, so as you can see, for this specific badge, the Girl Scout Way, it's going to tie that with the Brownie and the Junior, along with a petal for the Daisies. So it's telling you, actually, this is all levels. It's telling you what Daisies do, Brownies do, Juniors. The badge, Girl Scout Way, does go up through cadets, seniors, and ambassadors. So I included all of the levels on here. And then for each step, so here's step 3 for all of them. The petals are a little different, so it's not broken up the same way, but they proposed a step 3. And then there is a single way, a single suggestion for how the leader can complete that step with the girls. So this is definitely helpful if you are working with multi-level. There are some video demonstrations as well, other things that you can decide to do with the girls during the meeting. So again, that chart is available for the Girl Scout Way badges, the Democracy badges, and the Space Science badges. If you keep scrolling down, Cookie Business is a little bit different. Instead of the chart, it does give you the virtual selling tips. And then the journeys are actually on the volunteer toolkit as multi-level. So there is nothing that you need to combine yourself. It is already available in that way. Again, multi-level take action guide, just like it was available for the individual levels, and that reviews how to take action, what a take action project looks like, and some recommendations, and I'll pull that up for you so you can see it because the last page is very helpful. So this document is going to explain the difference between community service and a take action project, what that looks like, and then give suggestions for how to engage your girls with a take action project, planning and facilitating. So it's going to give you a lot of suggestions, what it could look like as you see an issue, some solutions that you may decide for the issue. So it gives you a wide variety just to help your girls start thinking, what does a take action project look like? And then on this final page, 33 ways to take action. And this is really going to apply to any take action project topic you decide. So these are 33 ways that with your topic, you can find a way to make something sustainable. So this is a great resource. And each one is just designed for the specific level you are working with. So that is a quick overview of everything that is available here. The additional multi-level resources, Global Action, World Thinking Day are designed for the different levels on the toolkit as well. Same as National Service Project that can be used with anyone. And again, when you are finding this resource, it is under Volunteer, Troop Leader Blueprint. We will go back to the main page so you can see it one final time. And if there is a favorite resource that you access from the blueprint and you find very helpful and want to share with leaders, definitely let us know what that looks like so we can highlight it either in a newsletter or on our social media. So thanks for watching this tutorial. If you have additional questions, please feel free to reach out to your troop support contact or customer care, and we will make sure to assist you. Thank you for your time and happy planning.